Yo, people, what's going on? Back again. Footy talk, bruv. What you saying, bro?
How are we, lads? How are we, fella? Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the show.
I'm sweet, man. What you
Right,
saying?
lads. Do you know what, lads? It's the same every week. Rants, I just come on here and it's the same old shite, innit? It's just one of them things. I come on here, I say, "Satnin to you, fella. I hope you're well," and that's sincere as well. But we've lost. So, like, life, in terms of life, it's going absolutely fucking marvellous, my mate. But in terms of everything else, bollocks. Bollocks. But it's still good to be here.
It's like supporting Liverpool pre-Klopp right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's the. Do you know what? I've got the inbuilt sort resources to deal with this. That's the thing, because you know the first part of my life we were dead shit. So it's one of them things. Like, even the last time we won like a major trophy, which was like the Champions League in 2005, before like Klopp came in. Like, I can't remember that, man. Do you know what I mean? I was a kid, bro. Like, it's one of them things where, even though, like, I'll claim it. You know, I was alive, so I'll claim it, and I was old enough to kind of, you know.
Yeah, but you wasn't invested emotionally because you're too young.
That's it, man. That's why I always say the Champions League, where we beat Spurs, always means more to me. And people will say that's absurd, but then, like, they'll realise, you know, like, I was there for that game. I was with the fans for that game. We were cheering with the friggin' we were winning for the whole game as well. So it's like, it was just constant happiness. So that's why I always say it's number one. But in terms of the game, though, it's AC Milan. You know what I mean?
No,
but
100%.
Point being, I'm used to. Do you know what? I say that I'm used to us being crap, though, but I'm not used to us going 2 months barely getting any wins. Like, it's been since December, but obviously there's things that come into it and whatnot, isn't there? So there's a lot more, and I've said it repeatedly, there's way more things that do come into it. It should be better, but it is what it is.
Bruv, it gets like that anyway. I know what you mean about Champions League,
that,
bruv. It's even with me, bro. Like, the 08 Champions League means way more to me than the 99 treble Champions League. Because, bruv, man was 10, bro. Like, I don't remember it. Like, I remember it, but like, I don't remember it the way I remember the 2008 one. You know what I mean? I don't remember it the same way, bruv. So, like, I get it. Like, I remember literally watching that penalty shootout with my heart in my mouth, blood. You know what I mean? When I was the 99 one, bro, we got dominated from the first whistle all the way to the last whistle, and then we nicked it in injury time, bro. Like, it's one of them ones where, bro, like, in my head, the game was lost. Do you know what I'm saying?
They're the ones that when the game is lost, that's where you realise it's like this, like, and you overcome that. There's no feeling like it. And that's the thing with Liverpool. Like, we've had many big results that I've actually been invested in for, like, 2 of our greatest ever comebacks. Like, I've actually got to see our 3 greatest ever comebacks and remember 2 of them really, really well. Dortmund's in the Europa League. Because even though it's the Europa League and you can't really hold it, that occasion at Anfield was just insane. And then when you go to Barcelona, then you're beating them 4-0. That's also insane. And I was actually there for that game, and to be there and experience it was just mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing because you're there, you're present, you're with your fans, and you can't believe what you're witnessing because you think you're pretty much out the game.
Yeah.
So that's why I treasure them ones more, even though 2005 was boss, you know what I mean?
I get it.
Watching that back, you can get goosebumps either way, whether you remember it or not.
No, absolutely, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's the same with the 99 one, but, bruv, depending on your age, like, you consume football differently, innit? So,
yeah.
No, I'm saying, if you're 10 years old, you're watching a football match, no one can tell me that at 10 years old, you're emotionally invested in the team. You're not, bruv. Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones.
What you're trying to do, you're looking at like your dad, and you're looking at like your uncles,
but that's
the older fellas, and you're trying to do what they're doing. Like,
do what they're doing.
It's like you're being trained mentally. You know what I mean?
But that's exactly what it is, bro. Like, you're only as involved as the person next to you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, cool, if your dad supports the team, your dad's into it, so you're into it because your dad's into it. But you don't really know what's fucking going on. You're 10, bro.
Literally,
you don't really know what's going on.
You're not going to be screaming fuck off every 10 minutes to the team when they lose the ball. Do you know what I mean? Because you're 10. It's one of them things. You're just going to just watch along and then just enjoy the experience and hope that you score. Because that's all it was when I was a kid. I just looked out for the goals. I weren't looking to see if he was being man-marked.
But that's it, bruv. You're not really watching the game. You're just kind of keeping an eye on the score. And it's kind of like, you're not involved, you're not invested. It's kind of like, cool, I got stickers of these guys. Like, that's about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the same. You're not watching the game the same.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So because of that, it's kind of like the one in the most recent times, obviously going to mean more because you actually kicked every ball, bruv. Like Liverpool won the Champions League last year. So it's kind of like you understood the game, you watched the game, you've gone to games, all of these other things, bruv. Like when you're a kid and you're watching it on the TV, it's not the same.
Facts. Nah, that's facts.
It's not the same.
100%.
So now I get it. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
I get it 100%. The people that are lucky enough to see both of them as an adult, fair enough.
Defo. That's one thing I'll always be grateful for. But hey, people, have you noticed the way I've segued into history? This is what I do best. Yes.
Bruv, you man have won stuff more recently than us, and you're already going back. That's how you know that your little time on top's over now.
Nah, that's not even what it is, you know, Dan. So stop chatting shit. I'm just reminiscing because we haven't won since December. That's the only reason why I'm reminiscing. If we were getting a win here, like I know we beat Spurs on West Ham, but we had a crap streak before it, and we've had a crap streak since. And you can say what you want about the teams we're facing, but it's just mistakes, it's errors, do you know what I mean? And, you know, like I know the title of this video is about Klopp and whatnot, and there's just many little things that go into it, but I just thought, you know what, mate, I'm going to start this chat off to try and get a bit of positive vibes, because I feel like it's just starting off like a funeral every single show now. Do you know what I mean, lads? That's how I feel when I start a video. I'm like, this. Why do you think I do Premier League videos now? It's because I don't want every video to be me looking like I've got a smacked ass for the face. Do you hear what I'm saying, though, lad? Like, you've got to bring some level of energy. You've still got to be real as well, and that's what I try and do. I don't just go on a tangent or whatnot, but I like to still be present in the moment and not just like, yeah, we were shit. Because that's how I feel in the instant match. That's for the instant match reaction, where I'm just devastated and I'm heartbroken. And it was just the same with Leicester. Like, it was just one of them things. You can blame injuries, you can blame any circumstances, but it was just 6 minutes of absolute just losing, the players losing their heads. Yeah,
no, I hear that, bro.
6 minutes lost us the game.
Yeah, but that's football, though. At the end of the day, you see the funny thing about football is, these little moments, is where games are won and lost, bruv. I swear, I think up until 10 minutes to go, like you lot were calm, innit?
Yeah, but
they just capitulated, bro.
Yeah, it was just one of them things, lad. Like, I don't even know what happened, because we were playing, even though it was still not perfect, we were still playing decent. And I've said it to you as well, Rants, like, I haven't had a problem with the way we're playing in games. It's just the final third that's really, really pissing me off, because we just pass it too much around the final third. We're trying to score the perfect goal constantly, and it's just, quite frankly, I want to jump out of a window when it's there, because it's one of them things. We've been around their box for 5 minutes and we've got nowhere. We're not getting the centre-backs higher up the pitch, and we're leaving Mane isolated by himself, expecting them to do things. The reason why Mane did so good was with the follow-up of Robbo behind him, being able to cover any space. Now Mane's got to drop deeper, and mate, he's just not in them right positions. It's one of them things. He's not getting up the pitch. He's not confident enough to do it. And it's also probably to do with the manager saying, boys, all of you have got to be more defensively aware. Like, Rants, do you know the myth that was actually true and is true to many extents of Mo Salah being too greedy? If he's too greedy, then there is so many other players we need to put in that category. And as a matter of fact, above Mo Salah. And to be honest with you, recently you can actually put Mane above Salah easily. Because
but them two look like they're competing with each other, and it's weird because it's like
now they're just isolated. It's not even competition between each other. It's isolation, and that's what it is. So you see them in space and we're not getting the balls over to them. We're there doing a counter-attack, and the final pass of that counter-attack is backwards. So you've just stopped your own counter-attack, and we've still done that many times against Leicester. So it's still the same story. We're just getting slightly better.
Yeah, but I just think that comes from a lack of confidence, innit? I think you're not playing passes that you would usually play because you're not confident, bro. Do you know what I mean? And confidence comes from winning games. So it's like it's a full fucking circle, innit?
We're shot. We are shot. Like, mate, I have not seen this much of a capitulation of Liverpool since 2011. Like, did you see Jamie Carragher's tweet? So I think someone put out a tweet saying like, I haven't been this defence since this side. And it was when Roy Hodgson was the manager of Liverpool.
Oh,
and it had like John Joe Shelby, Konchesky, like all these shit, Jay Spear, like shithead players, yeah. And then Jamie Carragher replies, yeah, nah, it was like, it can't get much worse than this. And then Carragher was like, yeah, how do you think I feel? I actually played in the team, so I'm built to like... It's not in them exact words, but it was along those lines. I've just completely ruined it, but it was funny, do you know what I mean?
No, but I get it. But the thing is, with the players you have and the manager you have, there's only so long that you can keep playing like this.
It's all the more shocking. So
it is, but also, bro, in this Premier League season, bro, you just need to put 3 runs together and all of a sudden you're fucking second again, bro. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, the only good thing is, all the teams around you have to play each other. They're going to drop points. And then the thing is, you just need to pick up points, bro. Like the gap between 9th and 2nd is something like 6 points or something.
It's stupid, lads.
Like, bro, this is nothing. Like, bro, it's actually nothing.
This Premier League Rants, is on at the maddest drugs that you've ever seen. Like, for people who love raves watching this, try and find the drugs that this whole league is on right now, because it's insane. Like, I can't believe, like, every week I'm getting shocked still. And now I've just accepted whatever. Like, do you know, if City go and lose they won't. But if they go and lose
West Ham can go, like, into the top 4 or some shit like that.
Since when was West Ham good, lads?
Bruv, but Villa are doing the same thing. They nearly got relegated one season, and now them man are looking to finish in Europe, bruv. Like, this season's mad.
Bro, we beat West Ham, and they're behind us, and I think they've got a game in hand or something, and if they win, they go above us.
Yeah, West Ham... Hold on, now if West Ham win today, they go above you, blood.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They're on 40 points, just like you. If they win, they go on to 42 points. Blood.
Do you know what, though? Silver linings. This weekend could have been much worse. Much worse. Trust me, Rants, when I tell you that, because I know we lost to Leicester, but that's the worst possible start you can get off to. The only way it can get worse is if Everton win, is if Aston Villa win, is if United win, because that's when it's starting. That's when, because if you win, that's when second starts to go as well as first. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, you don't want to eliminate positions. Now that you have dropped points, at least no position besides first is really taken. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, absolutely, bro. Until the last day of the season, it's anyone's, isn't it?
Fact.
It's absolutely anyone's. Big up the Bradford Project. Man said, how old were you when you started getting emotionally invested in football, bro? How do you have to be a teenager, brother? I say I was about 13.
Yeah, I was about 12, 13 is when I started proper. Because I watched Match of the Day from very young, and that kind of make me learn a lot quicker, you know, just about what to watch out for and whatnot. So, because when you're a kid, you're like a sponge when it comes to that stuff. So, and I love Match of the Day when I was younger. And then I even when you start enjoying the interviews and you start enjoying like the in-between match analysis and whatnot, that's when you know that you start getting invested into football. Because before that, I used to record it, watch it the next day.
Yeah, watch it whenever.
Fast forward between the breaks, but I didn't. Like, as I got older, I didn't mind watching it live and whatnot, you know.
That's what I mean. I used to watch football. Obviously, I used to play football and that. And I mean, I was going to football training and that from when I was like 6, 7. But like, to watch football, if I wasn't watching it with my uncle or something, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it. I'd watch United games, but like, I wouldn't watch all football, bruv. It's only probably, like 2002 World Cup is the first World Cup that I actually remember watching. You know them ones, like that's the first one I remember watching. And then even then, I watched it, but like you're taking it in a little bit. You're just in your early teens and that. Like you start to really understand the game. Do you know what I mean? And then as you get older, you start to take it in.
South Africa 2010. Was it South Africa or am I chatting shit?
No, South Africa with the Vuvuzelas and that. That was 2010, yeah.
Yeah. That was the first World Cup I remember when Spain won it.
Yeah.
That was the one for me where it started like proper, and that was actually a decent little World Cup as well. All the little adverts for boxing,
the little dances and that. Yeah, it was decent, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, it was decent, but that's what I mean. But I think realistically, before you're about 13, 14, you don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't care.
No,
what you're telling yourself, you know them, because I was someone that played football, at an academy and that, and still 9, 10 years old, you just want to play. You don't really want to watch it like that. You know what I'm saying? Euro 96, I was one of the ball boys and that for England, but bruv, I didn't watch any of the games. Bruv, I was there and I weren't watching it. You know them ones there? I just didn't, bruv. It was shit watching England. When you were a kid, England was boring. Like, I was literally there for free, blood, and I wasn't really watching it. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I remember the Euro 96 games from watching them back, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, I was a baby then. So like I wasn't watching the game at like that age, bro. Not properly and analyzing it. It was just like, oh, who won, who scored, cool.
Yeah. Well,
That was it.
Well, let's be honest though, when you're that age, you're not really, your brain isn't really built to be taking in information like what they're talking about in between games.
Not at all.
It's just, mate, it's like, it's even a load of bollocks when you're an adult, really, you know what I mean? A lot of the phrases that are used in football, they're just used to make a bit more sense to people who don't know what a certain sequence is or whatnot. But when you're a kid, that's just all. It's like even when you're watching fighting, at the end of the day, you just want to see the two fucks punch the living shite out of each other, and then that's it. But when you get older, like me now, I love MMA because of the intricacies. Like, I can watch a wrestler sit on top of someone, just grounds and pounds on their facing for the full 25 minutes, and get so much enjoyment out of it. It's unreal. But but
if you don't know if you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's just like they're just hugging each other. But like you mentioned about playing football growing up in Liverpool, when it's like this in most places, but in Liverpool specifically, you're either a footballer, at least for me, it was a footballer that I wanted to be, and then that dream died, and then that's when I wanted to be a boxer. It's a boxer or a footballer will go one way or another. Do you know what I mean? Fuck GCSEs and all of that business. Nah, make sure that you do well in school, though, kids. Anyway, it's one of them things, where that was just the way it was. You didn't want to talk about it. Like, we goal hang all the time because we did not give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Bruv.
Like,
you just want to, bruv. You just want to play football, innit? That's what it is. When you're at that age, you just want to play. You want to be your favorite footballer in the playground. You don't want to sit there for an hour and a half and watch it, especially if it's a shit game. You don't really, innit? So, like, I'd say, like, what? But when you early teens, like 12, 13, like, that's when you start to think, all right, cool. Like, I'm taking this in a bit more. I'm starting to understand a bit more. Before then, you just want to run around. You have your favorite player for whatever reason. You might like their boots. You might like their hair. You might like whatever, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Or it might be your dad's favorite player, but you don't really know what's going on in it. Like, no one could tell me they're 7, 8 years old. They're watching a game and they fully understand formations. They understand why this player came on for that player. But you don't understand all that.
Nah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So if I'm like 9 years old watching the Champions League final, and we win, it's like, we won, but it's like, I don't know why we won. I don't know why that substitution was made. I don't know who played well. I don't know who played shit.
You don't know the vital moments that led to getting into the final.
I don't know none of that.
You just heard a few weeks ago, wow, we're in a final, boss, that.
That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. Man don't understand that, bro.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't, and you're not meant to. No, you're not really meant to understand the game at that age. Do you know what I mean?
Like
Let's man that are in their 30s don't understand the game.
Your brain is just, that's it, lad. Your brain is not supposed to take in that type of vocabulary at that age. There's just not a chance. Your brain will just shut off automatically to it.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I mean, what are you making of this nonsense anyway? Your manager's obviously come out, loads of these fake texts coming out saying that Robbo had a punch up with your keeper.
That's bollocks.
Manager saying that like they're saying to the manager, oh, he's gonna resign and that. Firstly, when I read it, I was like, this is fake, because if Robbo and Alisson had a fight, Robbo would have definitely given him the split lip and not the other way around. So as soon as I read that, I'm like, bruv, there's no way Alisson's like busting Robbo's lip. That's just not happening, innit? So as soon as I heard that, I was like, this is lies, innit?
Yeah, Robbo,
and then they're saying that Henderson and the manager broke it up. It's like, bruv, if Robbo wants to fucking punch Alisson, bro, Henderson can't stop him. Klopp can't stop him, innit? Like, he's fucking Scotch.
He's gonna just
Scotsman, bruv. He's just gonna run through these, man. This geezer's out there in the fucking snow in his shorts, bruv, like, and t-shirt. Then you think you're gonna stop him if he wants to go for someone? I don't think so, innit?
Robbo,
so firstly,
Robbo was that kid in like when you were a kid and you were playing like Sunday league football or whatnot, and he was the kid after. Do you know, like when you have a little fight with someone during the game and after it, they're like, I'm gonna get you. Let's have it after this game, or just something like that. Robbo was that kid. Every time someone like nearly got the ball off him or pushed him off the ball. What are you saying, you little weak cunt?
Yeah,
straight away, ferociousness, because that's what it's like when that's his attitude on the pitch. It just comes across that does not give a fuck when anyone steps to him. But I was like you. I thought it was bullshit when I first read it. But then even Henderson today was like, yeah, I found it hilarious. All the lads found it hilarious when we heard about that rumour and whatnot. And you can just imagine it as well, like just them seeing that. But at the end of the day, this is the one thing us Liverpool fans kind of have to accept in the position that we're in. And it is basically, we are in probably the shittest form ever based on what we were last season. So it's one of them things, like when Roy Hodgson came in, you couldn't anticipate it, but he's not the greatest manager and we never had the greatest players. Whereas this is a team of champions and it's gone this far down. Even though all that's true, you've just got to know that because of that, there's going to be stories, there's going to be headlines. Newspapers are going to try and get clicks off your club because they know it's a topic of interest in this moment. So they know anything to do with inside Liverpool conflict, because that's what we're all trying to find, isn't it? It's the conclusion. Why are Liverpool so shit right now? Because it's not just the injuries. It's not just this. It's not just that. So we're trying to find these little excuses and little stories to where it's going to cause a lot of mayhem. And because Liverpool fans are so emotionally invested right now, and because everyone in the club and whatnot, it's actually getting a bit of smoke and flames to it. So that's why people are following. So I was getting mega DMs like, James, is this true? And I was like, do you all actually believe this? Like, seriously?
No, but you know what it is? There's definitely some truth to it. Yeah, there was definitely an argument. There weren't no punch-ups, but there's arguments all the time. Bro,
this is what I mean. It's not any old news, and so that's what I'm saying. In the
but they're saying there's a punch-up. I don't believe there was a punch-up. If anything, there was an argument, and then someone's fucking trying to put some extra fucking hot sauce on top of there and trying to make it out. Yeah, it's a punch-up. Of course it wasn't, bruv.
I hope we're arguing all the fucking time, Rants.
Of course they're going to be arguing. They're fucking European champions. They were Premier League champions. Clearly, there's a culture of these men hating losing. So, of course, they're going to fucking argue, bruv. Like, it would make sense that they're arguing because they've lost the game again. If they weren't arguing, I'd be concerned. Do you know what I'm saying? But the whole punch-up thing, I'm not buying it. And then the stuff saying, oh, yeah, Klopp said he was going to fucking resign. Yeah, right, bruv.
Like, lads, it's laughable. It's because it's not in the man's character. And I know...
And plus, how could he... Bruv, he's under contract. So what are you saying? He's going to retire? Because that's the only way he can get out of it.
I was thinking that as well. I was like, I swear, like, this legally, he can actually not leave right now. So I'll hold on to Klopp however which way. Listen, is there a possibility that Klopp could build up frustration in the near future, and when a chance can come, he can leave? Yes, that's a possibility. But it's just one of them things where the man's like, do you know, every time I watch him, Rants, and I keep putting it on Instagram and whatnot, like, I just feel fucking sorry for him, because it's one of them things where you've got this, like, you just lost your mum, you can't go to the funeral, you've got that bollocks to deal with, and then next thing you know, you're going to work, because either way, it's football, and we'd all dream to play football and be a manager, but it's still work. It becomes a job. Bro. It's actually a lot more work than what, in terms of energy, than what a lot of other people do, because you're literally there all day, every day, trying to work, especially in a time like right now, trying to work out how to get better. So he's got all this going on, and actually, you see him in interviews, and you see that he's not 100%. It's normal based on the performances alone. But now, I'm just at a point where it's like, whatever you need to do, Jürgen, you do. Do you get what I mean? And if he feels like he needs to work through it, he needs to keep work, then, mate, that doesn't surprise me, because that's the mentality he's injected into the club since he's came in. Just get on with it kind of thing. And even though it might not be the perfect solution for everyone who's in a similar circumstance to Klopp, for him, that's the way he wants to do it. And I just admire the way he's handled everything. I know we're not in good form right now, and I don't agree with certain substitutions and whatnot, but a lot of the blame does have to go on the players. I actually put more blame on the players than I do Klopp. And when you also consider what he's dealing with, that's a factor. It is a factor. So that's the way I look at it.
100%. But yeah, but the rumors of there being fallouts, there should be. The whole punch-up thing, I'm not hearing that. When my man said there was a punch-up between Lloris and Aurier, yeah, there was. And Aurier left at half-time, so we know it happened. Yeah, because
didn't they walk into the tunnel fighting?
Yeah, and then Aurier like left the stadium or something like that half time. They said, wait, that man left, bro. Like he got subbed off, blood. And he left. That's what they said, bro. He just went home, blood.
Are you sure they never like told him to go home? Like, Aurier, you just take a day off, my son. Or did he
bruv. Them man are saying he stormed out, bruv. You know the ones. But obviously, if you don't come out for the second half, yeah, and he's not in the stadium, there's a chance that it happened, didn't it? It's just like when United, there was a United game, and they said that Bruno and Matic had a falling out, and Maguire in that, and then Bruno got subbed off or something like that. So I believe that it did happen.
Yeah.
But this whole thing with the Robbo thing, I just think that people are they're just trying to make something out of nothing. The team in bad form. Do you know what I mean? And that's just
Allison wouldn't even be able to understand Robbo.
It's true.
Robbo could be fuming at you. He won't understand what he's fucking saying. I'm sure he's great at English, but people who's English probably don't even understand Robbo. So,
but that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't get it, innit? Like, I don't really get it, bro. It's bored people.
You hit the nail on the head when you said that it's like you should always expect arguments. You should always expect fights. I'd expect that when we were winning. I'm expecting you to point out the small moments where you got it wrong, because that's how you get better. If you sit on the comfy clouds that you've been given because of these good results, then that's when it starts to go this way. Whereas if you're always constantly being not overcritical, because that can be bad, but if you're just constantly having a critical eye to your game or to your team, then that's what I expect you to do. Do you get what I'm saying? It was like Henderson. His interviews every single game was boring, but he said exactly what he needed to say, even though he knew we probably won the league, but there's still ways to get better. There were still things to go for. And that's the attitude you've got to have through winning or losing. So it doesn't make a difference.
Facts. Big up Jay Wall Street for the comment. And bro, I know what you're saying, yeah, about your generation, but one thing I say is, yeah, bruv, we had FIFA 2, you know. You know the ones there, like bruv, I'm not that old.
But you never had, you'd have FIFA, but you never had the Ultimate Team. That's what he's on about.
I never had Ultimate Team. I had FIFA. I had PES. I had ISS. I had all these things. You know the difference is, yeah, we never thought, yeah, that players were good because they had good stats on FIFA. We never cared, innit? You know the ones there, like this generation now, if someone's got good stats on FIFA, they think they're good in real life, bro. When most of these FIFA stats are bollocks anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Kepa's like an 83 rated, which is supposed to be like a fairly decent goalkeeper on the game, and mate, he's shit. And
that's what I mean. The difference is, yeah, now with a lot of them now, they'll know more players than we know players because they've got the FIFA game, yeah, or they'll play like a management mode and they'll see all these up and coming players and that play for fucking Santos and all of that, yeah. And you might know who these guys are, but that don't mean you understand the game of football any better than any 9, 10, 11-year-old, bro. You still need to watch the game to understand the game. Playing video games don't help you understand real football.
I remember when my mate, yeah, he came in and he was like, lad, Barbo and Dumbia have just signed for Roma, and I think they have he had Gervinho or something already at the time, and I was like, go ahead, sweet. And I knew why he was so excited, because we played FIFA at the time, innit? And the three sweatiest motherfuckers on that game was them three. It was them three, just all pace, sound finishing, but just in behind and score. Press B and you're good. You know what I mean? One of them things. If it's a running race between Dumbia and anyone, he's going to win it. So I knew why he was getting excited, but then he was like, that could be a problem in real life, you know, that pace.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, even when I'm playing PES, man say to me, oh, yeah, sign this guy, sign this guy, sign this DRB, bruh, sign Mbabu and that. And I'm thinking, bro, who the fuck are these guys? I'm signing guys from Monaco. I'm signing guys from fucking Standard Liège and that are like 82 rated and that, yeah, and they're like 19 and they got 96 pace. And I'm like, bruv, like, who the fuck are these guys, bruv? In real life, these guys are shit, blood. But in the game, man's got 96 pace, blood. Do you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. So these men know all these guys, yeah? They know bare footballers because of career mode. But, bruv, you ain't seen them play real life, blood.
Hey, and how many times? Hey, Rads, it's facts, though. It's facts. And how many times? Like, have you ever seen them, like, Sky FIFA videos where you see the stats and whatnot? Or, like, they'll compare stats. Either way, the players are always like, wait, what? That's my pace. Wait, he's quicker than me. Like, FIFA is always wrong. FIFA is always wrong. It's just,
FIFA's
like
wild.
Joe Gomez is apparently one of the quickest players in our squad. He's apparently one of the quick, like he's up there with top 2 or 3. But on FIFA, he won't even be in the top 5 or top 6.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, bro. It's the same with Chris Smalling, bro. Chris Smalling was like our fastest player, yeah, over like 60 meters and that. Yeah. And he was never quick in the game. Do you know what I'm saying? They always make the quickest players, like they'll make the quickest players, Rashfords and all of them, when Chris Smalling's quicker than all of them over like 60 meters. So it's one of them ones where these guys don't go into training and test these guys before they do the pace. They do it based on what their eyes see on a football pitch.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. That's what they do it on. Do you know what I'm saying? So like literally, when you see all these games, like this guy saying, I discovered Yuri Tielemans playing for Anderlecht, bruv, on FIFA.
Lads,
do you know what I mean? Because you might open him up on your ultimate team pack.
You know how many gems I know in the league now purely based on FIFA, and it's because the old ones are kids like career mode. Career mode, you've always got to find the youngsters. You've always got to find the main stars because you want to win every fucking trope. When I'm managing Liverpool, I want to win the septuple, want to win the fucking Super Cup, want to win the Community Shield, want to win the League, Champions League, League Cup, and FA Cup, sextuple, whatever the fuck. Either way, I want to win all that in one season, and the way I do so, and the way I keep doing so, is by buying these wonder kits. And then next thing you know, some of them make it, and then some of them are just on the back arse of nowhere. Then it's just like, what the fuck, man? But it's the stats, and people believe and invest in them too much, Rants. It's the youngsters, though. It's my generation. It's no shit. It's no gullible, my generation.
But that's what they do. You know the amount of times, where they're like, oh, United should sign this player. I'm like, who the fuck is that, bruv? No, like fuck Diallo, is he, blood?
Diallo, he's probably got a potential rating of 90 on FIFA. Who gives a flying fuck?
And this is what it is. Just because they know who he is, that don't mean you understand the game of football anymore. If anything,
never watched them.
Yeah, if anything, it just distorts, like your whole understanding of the game because you think that the computer game is real life, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? There's no such thing as potential, bruv, in football because man can say, yeah, cool, you got the potential, yeah. But, bruv, how many of these guys with potential actually even reach even half their potential, bruv?
Yeah.
Most of them don't, bro. There's a wonder kid every single week, blood.
Yeah.
Every week. Do you know how many Brazilians were the next R9, bro? Between R9 and Neymar, yeah? Bruv, every fucking year there was another new Ronaldo, blood.
Gabriel Jesus.
Every year, blood. Man had that Alexandre Pato, man had
Alexandre Pato, man.
Bro, he was next to be the next R9, fam.
No, I'm trying to think of a few other examples.
Bruv,
like, you know, even Vinicius.
Vinicius was another one who they talked up. Dead food.
Right now, he's doing shit.
Bruv, in Brazil, there's always ballers, bro. Like Neymar came through, there was the Ganso you. Everyone was like, yeah, he's gonna be so sick. Next Rivaldo, left-footed and that. Yeah. Bruv, I don't even know if he left fucking Brazil, blood. Yeah, I mean, there was the curl on bread that was doing the seal dribble with the ball on his head and that everyone was watching on YouTube. Bruv, I don't even think he made it to Europe, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, in Brazil, like every number 9 that comes through is the next fucking R9, bruv. Every single one, and none of them bust, bro. None of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
From any country, really, innit? It's like if you get a striker from the Netherlands, he's the next Van Nistelrooy or something like that. You know?
The next, bruv, Klaus-Jan Huntelaar was meant to be the next Van Nistelrooy, yeah? Meant to come Man United. Where is he now?
Still fucking going. We played in the group stage, and I saw him warming up, yeah, and I was like, what the fuck are you still doing playing football, Huntelaar? You're about 38.
Bruv.
He got a good chance against us, though, to be fair.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Man is saying it, bruv. The fucking Joe that went to Man City, man had the afro like Willian.
Oh my God, Joe. I remember Joe. Who was it? There was someone who played for Everton. Was it Joe or was it someone else? I swear someone played for Everton for a little bit and it was just some weird stuff. Everton had a few funny strikers. And Nietzsche was a little beast for a bit.
Yeah.
Victor.
But that's what I mean. Fucking Barbosa as well, Gabby Go and that. Like all these guys, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I already said Ganso, blood. All these guys. Alano was another one. Bruv, and these guys didn't do nothing. Like, bruv, you see all of this potential. Potential don't mean shit. It don't mean shit in football, blood.
Yeah.
It doesn't guarantee you anything. Do you know what I mean? Because literally, it just means you got talent. That's all it means, bro. But that's not potential. That don't mean nothing, bro.
It's circumstances, innit? It's like some people can turn up in a game. Some people turn up in the training sessions. Some people can turn up in a five-a-side in the park. It's like, it's one of them things people are it's about who's the best at adapting to the situation that you're in. The situation being, you're in the Premier League. You're playing 11-a-side football week in, week out. You've got to train. You've got to dedicate pretty much your whole life to it. Can you adapt to that situation? That's what some of the most talented players you get out of academies just can't do, because it's too much commitment. When you're a professional footballer, yeah, you get paid a lot of money and it's worth it and you're doing a great thing, but it can get repetitive for some. For some people to think, fucking hell, do I want to do this for the next 10, 20 years or whatever? Like, do I really want to do this for this long? And some people just don't get it. Who was it who played for Tottenham? Really good player, scored a belter against Arsenal. Can't remember his name. He like retired. Bentley. He retired.
David Bentley retired early, and he opened up a bloody restaurant in fucking Marbella or something.
Yeah, but he was a quality. He was
meant to be the next David Beckham, bruv.
He was a quality player. Scored some belter goals, but he just didn't have that hunger.
Bruv,
it's about what you made off up here.
Bruv, Oscar was meant to be the next Kaka, didn't work out. Patrick Kluivert's son. Yeah, but Rav's thing was more off the pitch, but you're right.
Face.
Then when you look at Patrick Kluivert's son, everyone was like, yeah, he's going to be on a madness, yeah. Like, nah. Do you know what I'm saying? Even Paul Lintz's son, they were gassing him up. Now, I don't even know where he is now. You know what I'm saying?
Thomas or someone,
That's what I mean, bruv. All this, bruv, they're saying he wanted to go into Milan, one of them and that, bruv. Where's he now? Don't know. Again, another Malcolm, bro, at Bordeaux. Remember, Boyan and Giovanni Dos Santos were at Barcelona, both of them. And then he ended up at flipping Stoke. And I think Dos Santos, I can't remember where Dos Santos went to, Giovanni Dos Santos. But again, them two came through at Barcelona and everyone was like, yeah, they're going to be the next big thing. I think he ended
up in the MLS. Giovanni Dos Santos.
There you go. Do you see what I mean? From Barcelona.
I think he went to like Villarreal, because I remember playing him in the Europa League, and then we played. And then he joined the MLS, I believe, because I think his brother was there.
Oh yeah, the striker Fred as well, another Brazilian, bro. Listen,
Fred, man.
Bruv, listen. You know how many of these guys, bruv? Gourcuff as well. Yoann Gourcuff as well. Even, bruv, to a certain extent, Shaqiri, bro. Like I was
going to say, do you know what's mad? I was going to say, when he went to Stoke, he was the dog, but he was going to be the next big. I watched
Shaqiri in the under-21s World Cup, yeah, and this guy was meant to be the bollocks, bro. Like he got the Bayern Munich move off that. You don't go to Bayern Munich because their scouting's good, bro. Like if Bayern Munich come in for you, you're almost meant to be a dead cert, bro. And then you end up at Stoke.
Yeah, let me know what you think about this then, Rants. So we need to stop judging players when it comes to competitions. So if you have one good World Cup, don't just get that big move. Because we bought Origi off a decent World Cup in 2014, and he gave us big moments, and them moments were worth it. But as a player, in terms of his output every single time he plays, it's not that great of a signing. So you can't, and I believe that was a big signing as well at the time. He was like 16 to 20 million. I might be wrong there though. Either way, it's them type of moments. It's them type of sign. Like who else? There's many examples who've just had good competitions and then they've got that big move. Even Juve,
but even James, bruv. James, got the move straight off the World Cup and it didn't work out.
James Rodriguez,
he scored a wavy goal against Brazil and that when he got pammed, and then he got the Real Madrid move off that. Do you know what I mean? Diouf and Diop, you signed them off the World Cup.
Hadj Diouf when they played.
We signed fucking Jemba off a World Cup. You know them ones there, like bruv, like literally anyone can play good in a tournament, yeah. Because a lot of it comes down to luck.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes down to luck. Luck of the draw. Do you know what I'm saying? Luck of circumstances, anything, bro. Like you can't just sign a man off a tournament. Arsenal signed Arshavin off a tournament, and then we didn't do fuck all. They literally signed Arshavin off a tournament, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I think he bagged 4 goals for them once, and then nothing again.
That was against us.
You see what I'm saying? And then nothing else. So again, Julio Baptista they signed as well. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, literally, Luis Fabiano as well. Another striker that was bruv. These Brazilian strikers just out here doing nothing. Renato Sanchez was meant to be a great midfielder, bruv. Listen. We could be, bruv, like there's literally even Lucas Moura as well. We'll be here all day. Bro, it's a mad. Like all of these players were meant to be wavy, blood. And for some reason or not, they haven't been. Even when you look at more recently, what's the Spanish lad that plays for Real Madrid? Fuck.
What one?
Attacking midfielder.
Asensio?
No. I think he might not be there no more. He got fat, bruv. And he was getting linked with Arsenal. Oh, fuck.
Isco?
Isco, that's the one,
He's still
bruv.
there.
Yeah, he was meant to be nuts, and then he just, bruv, just shit, bruv. Same with fucking Marco Reus and Mario Götze. Both of them were meant to be like the best.
Mario Götze, that's
They
the
were,
one.
bruv, they were meant to be the best thing.
When
best
he
thing
scored
since
in that
sliced bread.
final, when he scored in that final, he was the next thing. He was the next thing.
Julian Draxler as well got that move to PSG.
Yeah.
Arsenal wanted him and it nowhere. Bruv, there's too many ballers. Bruv,
I swear he was all right in the Bundesliga though, Draxler. I might be
he
wrong
was,
there, but I think
but just because man's all right there, it don't mean that it's gonna carry over somewhere else. Maybe they just had a good time in it, and that's just what happens, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, you see it so many times in football. Yeah, a guy has like one good season at a young age, and all of a sudden they're fucking amazing.
Yeah,
like that's just it. You know what I'm saying?
Where
and
is
we
it
see
was
it too
probably
many
more
times.
circumstances that got them into that position, kind of thing.
Bruv, it gets like that. And that's why when you see these guys' potential on FIFA and that, what the fuck does potential mean, bruv? You know what I'm saying? You're one injury away from potential not meaning anything. you know, that's what it means. Potential don't mean shit.
You're just 1 foot into the shin away from just
bruv,
all of
that's
it.
it. If you judge all of these players, yeah, by their potential, they all flopped. All of them. Yeah. Because their potential was that they were going to be like one of the best players in the world, and none of them got anywhere near that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the whole potential thing, yeah, is mad misleading, bro.
Even though, yeah, get on this then. Even though there was many players who ended up doing fucking boss in their careers, when you think about like a Ronaldo and a Messi, from a young age, they had a big potential. Would you say like they're really the only ones to have well and truly fulfilled it? Because the only reason why I say that is obviously there's many more that have been in that boat, but in terms, they're the ones who've set the standard for the best. And everyone ever since them, and even certain a few before, were supposed to get to that level. And because they didn't, because you said it, potential, why are we putting potential on people when they might not get to a Messi or Ronaldo? They might get a few levels below. But then always, if you set that cap on that player, and we're all at fault for it, then it's just like they might not get to a point, and then they've underachieved. Apparently,
and Neymar
might have done really well.
And Neymar, everyone boosted Neymar up, and Neymar's gonna be like the top scorer for Brazil. All of these things. So Neymar has he's lived up to the hype, innit? Not many players do. The difference is with Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah, like I think Messi lived.
Neymar could have done more.
No, but he's still got plenty of time to play, bro. He's only 29. He just turned 29, bro. By the time he retires, he's going to be doing madness. He's won everything in the game, bar the Ballon d'Or, and he will win that.
I hear you, right. I do hear you. But he's not going to be above Messi, most likely. He's not going to be above
but no player's ever going to win 4 or 5 Ballon d'Ors again, because that's not where the game is anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? The game's not there anymore. It's just like when I was growing up, the Ballon d'Or used to change hands every year, and rightly so. Do you know what I mean? Like the whole dominance of 1 or 2 players in the Ballon d'Or, it's never going to happen again. Like Messi and Ronaldo are literally like, they're like Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson in the Premier League. You're never going to see a manager managing for 20 years again.
I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is Neymar, when I was hearing about when he was being talked about, and he's fucking got very close to that, if not has got to that, but from what he was being talked, he was supposed to overtake Ronaldo and Messi and whatnot. That's what he has.
But he hasn't. But he has. He's better than both of them now, so it doesn't matter. But he
might be better right now. But last season, the season before, not really. Yeah. Season before that, not really. Like you can't say Neymar's above Ronaldo.
Bro, he might not be as popular as them, but bro, Neymar's been better than them.
I disagree. I respectfully disagree.
I hear that, but Neymar has been.
Massively.
It's just that it's not popular. It's not very popular to say, yo, Neymar's better than them, innit? Because them two are like, they're almost bigger than football. They got cult followings, innit? Like people just support them, innit? That's what it is. But when you actually watch the game, bro, like what Neymar's doing on the pitch, he's been doing it for a good couple years, bro. Out of the 3 of them, Ronaldo's been boring as fuck to watch for ages, but his numbers are great. So people keep putting Ronaldo in the conversation, but Ronaldo's all-round game has deteriorated massively over the years.
Yeah, of course. They're going to deteriorate, but they're still there and thereabouts, and they eclipse their potential.
No, I hear that, but I don't think
he's got there.
I don't think they've eclipsed their potential, because Messi's Messi's expectancy was so high, and I think he's lived up to it because Ronaldinho was talking about, yo, this is going to be the best player in the world, and he was. So I think that his expectancy was up here. Ronaldo's expectancy wasn't where Neymar's was. When we signed Cristiano Ronaldo, we would have never known that he was going to be one of the best players in the world, yeah, in like 4 years. We didn't know that. We just knew that he was sick then. But nobody expected when we signed him, yo, he's going to be one of the best in the world in 3-4 years. Nobody. Because I watched him skin John O'Shea in the preseason friendly, and I was like, yo, I wish we signed Ronaldo, but I never thought we were going to sign him. I never did. And when we did, I didn't think, yo, he's going to be the best in the world in 3-4. Bro, I could have never imagined that he would turn into the player that he did. So if anything, he's exceeded the expectations for what people expected from him.
Yeah, he's eclipsed it. Do
you know what I mean? But there's loads of players. There's loads of players that have exceeded their expectations. But at the same time, there's loads of players that haven't reached their potential. I think that Neymar and Messi are just two players that were hyped up and they've done what you've expected them to do. But there's loads of players that have been hyped up and they haven't done it.
I think I disagree because when Neymar first came in, he had a bar to go and get past. So even though Ronaldo, at the time when you signed him, you didn't expect him to go, he set the bar and so did Messi. When Neymar first came onto the scene, he had a bar to then jump above. So I'm not even saying it's his fault that he hasn't reached his potential, but he hasn't overall. He's got time, but overall to this point, he has not got to a better position than Messi. He's not got to a better position.
Yeah, but how
Ronaldo.
can you? How can you though?
By being absolutely fucking amazingly world class in every aspect.
But bro, like he's got a better Champions League record in terms of minutes played and contributions. The guy's won everything that they've won, bar a Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I'm saying? Like bro, it's only the Ballon d'Or that he's not winning because they're winning it, and we all know the Ballon d'Or isn't really judged.
I agree. It's a bit sussy the Ballon d'Or from time to time.
It's a popularity contest. So
I am not denying he is fucking boss, and I'm not denying that he is an amazing season.
Like Barca fell apart when he left.
The bars were so high set for him that it was near enough impossible to reach them. And I think,
but how does Neymar? Think about it this way, yeah. Neymar's broken all the goal scoring records he could for his country. He's their captain. I think he was their youngest ever captain as well. Do you know what I mean, brother? He's done everything, bro. Like, if you've captained your country, you hold all the records. How can a man look at you and then say that you haven't hit the pin, brother? You've hit the pinnacle.
You've hit what you were set for, but you haven't eclipsed it. Whereas Ronaldo and Messi eclipsed theirs, is what I'm trying to say. And it's our fault. It's our fault as fans that we set Neymar that bar. He's got there. I'm not saying he hasn't reached that. But he hasn't gone beyond that. He won't be remembered as a better player than than Messi and Ronaldo, most likely.
He won't because they won more Ballon d'Ors.
Based on what he's done so far. Not even just on Ballon d'Ors, especially based off so far. He'd have to go and have a madness from now to be able to. Because I don't even go off Ballon. I don't even think about Ballon d'Ors. I'm thinking about just everything overall is what they've done for their teams. The influence
I know what you're saying, but bro, what you got to understand, with football is a lot of the time it's just popularity, bruv. That's all it is. That's all it is. The reason why, Neymar's just very, very unlucky, that he's playing in an era now, that he's playing with two of the best footballers of all time. If Neymar was coming through now with Mbappe and Haaland and all these, man, he'll be clear of all of them. The facts are, he's playing in a different generation. It's just like Henry. He's kind of unlucky that he was playing in the same generation as R9. So now man are going to say, yeah, cool, R9's the best striker ever. But really, like Henry was up there, bro. But he'll never be R9, bro.
But there's still things that the players can do to eclipse that. And Neymar is...
You can't eclipse Lionel Messi,
That's what I'm trying to say.
You can't eclipse Lionel Messi because of the generation. But ability-wise, he's up there, bro.
Yeah, and I haven't said once that he's not, but because of the bar that we set as football fans to these players, we expect them to go far beyond and basically have the perfect story, is what I'm trying to say.
But why is that? But that's because of stats, bruv. Yeah, that's all it is, bro. Like,
we're arguing, but we're agreeing differently.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it's not because of football, James. So that's what I'm saying. The argument isn't really, he's not as good as them. The argument is, these men have put up such mad numbers, that it's like you can't compare people to them. No, but Neymar's numbers ain't the same. Like Ronaldo will put up like a 60 goal season or something, all competitions.
But think about how many of them goals were so important, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but bruv, I hear all of that, bro. By the end of the day, yeah, you can only score important goals if your team get to important situations, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? You still have to be there.
He still done it.
You still have to be there, though.
No, I
still have to be there because, bruv, Neymar scored important goals. I think against you, was it you lot in the Champions League?
Has Neymar scored against us? Probably for PSG, might have, but that would have been in the group stage.
No, was it against? What was the game? Was it PSG Barcelona, bruv? I swear that man came from behind.
Yeah, that was PSG. Yeah.
Neymar scored important goals, but again, even if Neymar scores, an important goal for Barcelona, Messi will still get the headlines, bro. Like in MSN,
yeah, when Bale scores in the final, apparently he was going to go because he got that big moment. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like
that's what I mean. When Neymar was in MSN, his contribution was so large, but he never got the headlines, bro. Because you can't get the headlines in a team with Messi. You can't, bro.
I don't even think it was just Messi that season. I think Suarez overtook Neymar in terms of headlines. I think Suarez, when he first joined Barcelona, bro, not many people could touch Luis Suarez. Them 2 seasons, 13-14, and the one after that, don't chat to Luis Suarez. I don't even think Lionel could really talk to him that season because, mate, like what he could do individually in terms of the intelligence and also the ability he had on the ball to create a situation out of nothing. I feel like that's what actually overshadowed Neymar. You can say it's whoever's fault, but that's just the way it is. You can say it's a popularity contest, but there's also more to it. It's not just followers, etc. There is also other things that come into it as a factor.
Bruv. But look at this,
said, bruv.
No, because the thing is, like, look at this. The way man talk about Neymar, bruv, important goals, top scorer in the Champions League when he won it, scored in the quarterfinals, semis, and finals, and no one's talking about him. You know why? Because he plays in the same team as Messi. It's not his fault, bruv. At the end of the day, there's some things you can't do. It's circumstances, isn't it? Like, since Neymar's left, Barca have fallen apart, bro. But nobody will say that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm not gonna lie,
it's the Lionel Messi show, and rightly so, because he's one of the best players to ever kick a football. But the facts are, his circumstances have just worked against him, bro. It's just bad luck. It gets like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, look at Steven Gerrard. I bet he wishes he played for fucking Liverpool under Klopp, not the shit Liverpool he played for. Do you know what I mean? But, bro, that's not his problem. Like, he can't do that. You know
that's what I mean. But still, Steven Gerrard, even though he never went on to win all these things and get the numbers like a Mo Salah or whatnot, he's still higher regarded than all of them. Yeah,
but that's only because he's one of your own, blood. Because if he wasn't...
but there's other players as well, though. You can even throw friggin' Xabi Alonso in there. We'll rate Xabi Alonso higher than any midfielder that's in Liverpool right now.
Any other midfielder, but Alonso's not going to be in the conversation with Mo Salah, when you're talking to these fucking kids in 10 years' time. They're not going to remember Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
them man are just going to talk about...
Alonso, but I'll remember Xabi Alonso. You know what I mean? It's like even goal
you
scorers.
Might.
How can you not remember? People don't remember R9. They learn who he is. They don't remember him. If you're younger, I'm saying.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but the reason why R9, is learned about is because aesthetically, you can watch R9 and see, this guy is special and that.
Yeah.
These guys ain't going to show these kids, look at Xabi Alonso controlling the midfield. Bruv, there's not YouTube compilations of that.
That's football, though, Rants. We're going into a thing, there. Like, that's just football in general. Midfield.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, right now, in 10 years' time, them man are going to be talking about, Mo Salah scored more goals than Henry. That's what they're going to be talking about. They're not going to be talking about Xabi Alonso, bro. This is where football's going. Football's going to, this guy's got fucking 60 goal involvements in 100 games or 60 goal involvements, in 70 games, bruv. This player's a good player. This player's not a good player, bruv. That's where football's going now.
Football's already there. We're already at that station now. That's already what's being talked about.
Well, there you go. So you can't put Xabi Alonso in the same conversation as Mo Salah, even though I know, that like Xabi Alonso was world class, bro, and he went on to go and play for Real Madrid and probably top player. But in this current day and age, you can't put him in the same sentence as Xabi Alonso in terms of what these guys are going to look at now.
But for the majority of time, though, obviously there'll be the exceptions, but it has always been, and it's always been the case that strikers will or attackers will always get the most plaudits and the most eyes on them. They just will.
But this is my point, bro. So at the end of the day, they're going to look at these numbers and all these players that you talk about and you think fondly of, they're going to think, these guys ain't won shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, this Liverpool team have won the Champions League. They've won the league. They're going to say, this player's better than that player. This player's better than that player. And that's it. They're gonna say, "Oh, Mane and Salah scored a combined whatever goals. This is our best attackers of all time." This is what these men are gonna be saying. They're not gonna be like, they're not remembering what Michael Owen did, what Robbie Fowler did, because they're not old enough, bro, and the stats don't look that good.
I mean, well, Michael Owen's stats at Liverpool were insane. So were Robbie Fowler's. They were really, really good. They might not be the level of Mo Salah's, but you know, there's just many more factors that come into it than what's actually blatantly being shown. But
there you go. But Messi, stats don't allow context anymore, bro.
But Messi and Ronaldo, even though Neymar at this very second can be, it's our fault that we set that bar for Neymar to the point where he's not going to.
But I don't think it's our fault. I think that's the way football's gone. Because think about it.
Which is why it's our fault in a sense.
If we watch football, yeah, the way we used to watch football, yeah, and we put all three of these players by their side, line them up, and we watch them all game in, game out, there's no way that man can tell me, yeah, that Neymar didn't deserve any of those Ballon d'Ors, yeah. I think it's 9 between them or 10. You can't tell me he didn't deserve one, because when you watch him, yeah, he's the one player, yeah, that combines numbers and pure aesthetics. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he plays like he's in the playground, bruv. The way he plays football, the numbers he gets, the fact that he scored in the quarterfinal, semi-final, final of the Champions League when they won the champion and still didn't win the Ballon d'Or. You see what I mean? But that would never happen in any other era. Other than
the
this.
Ballon d'Or. I thought Van Dijk should have won the Ballon d'Or, but he never.
You see what I mean?
Like, lads, I thought he should. I'm on the same boat here. Listen, lads, we're in the same fucking thing. Yo, I agree to loads of ours. But that's just the way it is, kind of thing. And, like, you know, like you said, Xabi Alonso, he's like one of them players I'll always admire, but you're right, he won't get the thing, yo. But then you look at players like Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard, you can say, like, Gerrard's one of our own. But even Frank Lampard, he went to Chelsea and he went above to what we thought he could do and whatnot. You know, he's going to be talked about as one of the greatest midfielders of all time in the Prem. He is a player that kids will talk about. Yes, it'll be because of goals as well, but there's other players. You know, John Terry. Chelsea fans will know who John Terry is for fucking years. So it's like there is other things that come into
again,
it.
they'll know who John Terry is because
it's not just
John Terry is a good centre half, but also John Terry's English, bro.
I don't think it's impossible for Neymar. I didn't think it was ever impossible for Neymar to overtake Messi and Ronaldo.
In the modern game, no one will ever take over Messi or Ronaldo.
I agree with you. I think it's a very difficult job to do, but that's the point that I'm trying to make. Neymar isn't above them because he won't eclipse them. He might be a better footballer on the ball if you watch them for however long, but it's about what they've actually done. And Neymar's done great things, but so have Ronaldo and Messi to a point where.
So what you're saying is,
it's basically right there.
You have to eclipse them to be better than them, or not. Well, you can be better than someone. You can be better footballer. You can be better than someone, bruv. Like Alan Shearer was better than a lot of men that won way more than him.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Steven Gerrard.
But Alan Shearer's talked about as one of the greatest, if not the greatest striker to ever grace the Premier League. He's actually talked about in that regard.
Only because he's English, bro, and he's still on the fucking TV now, reminding everyone.
No, lads, it's like it's one of them things. He's still in that conversation, like
his numbers he's on the tonight. He's the top TV goal scorer. Reminding people that he scored more goals than everyone.
It doesn't matter. People know who Alan Shearer is and why he's massive.
But that's the only reason why he's still relevant.
And no one really since, you can argue and you can debate it, but no one really since has proper overtook Alan Shearer. They just haven't. There's an argument for it.
This is my point. People are only speaking about him now because he's still relevant, but his record will get broken eventually, yeah? But, bruv, there's been better strikers than him in the league that haven't broken his record, bruv. That's my point. Just because
you brought up Alan Shearer, I'm just saying people still talk about Alan Shearer. You can bring up other
I'm saying the only reason why Shearer still gets talked about is because he's relevant, because his face is still on our TV. No one talks about Les Ferdinand no more. No one talks about Andy Cole no more. These men scored bare goals as well, bruv.
Yeah, they're certain strikers, but it's one of them things. There's still other strikers who isn't on telly
every week, bruv. So of course, man, are gonna talk about him. Do you think man would be talking about Alan Shearer if he wasn't on Match of the Day every week?
No, it's one of them things, lads. It's one of them things where there's examples for your case, there's examples for my case. At the end of the day, in my opinion, Neymar won't overtake Messi and Ronaldo, and it's not because it was an impossible job. I don't think it was an impossible job to do. It's just one of them things where maybe it was just a bit unrealistic. Or maybe it went.
Overtaking Messi and Ronaldo, yeah, is like asking a man, yeah, in like the Michael Jordan era to overtake Michael Jordan. Bruv, there's loads of basketball players with more rings than Michael Jordan, but man are still saying that Michael Jordan is the best because it's not just about rings, blood. You know,
yeah, you're just saying, yeah, that's it.
You can't just. There's some people you just can't overtake in it because the actual character of the person is bigger than what you're going up against, bro. And that's unfortunate for Neymar, bro. That's all it is.
I'm just saying, it's like, it's not it weren't ever an impossible job. And the reason why the majority, you might disagree, but the majority will not put Neymar at the end of his career above Ronaldo and Messi is because he doesn't deserve it, because they were just that good. That's just how it is. So it's not an impossible job, though. It's just he never got to that. He got close to that level. He was there and thereabouts. He was one of the best in that team. But he never done it for the longevity of time. He never done it for the whatever time to the point where he was actually above them. That's just the way it is. It's not impossible, because there's players in the past.
He's at that level, and he's been at that level for ages, James. Though that's the thing.
No, I'm not saying he hasn't, but there's players that you mentioned R9 before. There's still players that can overtake certain others. It's not just one of them. You have to wait till retirement. You can overtake a player for what you've done over your career. It's not an impossible thing to do. It's happened repeatedly over football. Ronaldo done it, then Messi done it. It's going to keep getting done. Neymar could have done it, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think so. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think so, bro. Look how long ago since Alan Shearer retired, yeah, his record still hasn't been broken. It will get broken eventually, but these things are not going to happen often. They happen once in a generation. Do you know what I'm saying? This generation belongs to Messi and Ronaldo. That's it. That's no slight on Neymar.
But Neymar, it didn't have to be that way. It didn't.
No, but it did though. But it did. But it did though.
But it actually didn't, because the way it is you eclipse a Ronaldo for one season, then sweet. So we are Luis Suarez, 13-14, and then the season after, he actually got the plaudits he very much deserved, because I'd always heard about it. So it's one of them things. You look at the Luis Suarez, for example, he just didn't go on and keep getting more goals than Messi or playing better than Messi week in, week out. But he had them 2 seasons. Even though Neymar's had many more, there would have been seasons where Messi outperformed Neymar. It's just how it is. Even you said it. If Messi's in the same team as Neymar, he's going to get the more plaudits. But it's because of some of the great things he can do. But it's because of him. It's because of what he's done.
He would have still been overshadowed by Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo would have still been taking the pens. Ronaldo would have still been on everything. So, bruv, like, he's just in an era where he can't win, bro. Like, it happens. That's life. That's life, bro. Do you know what I mean? The same way there's loads of shit players that are playing now, yeah, because the era that they're in, bruv. That's just how it is. Do you honestly think that players like fucking, what's his name at Chelsea, the striker and that, what the fuck is his name now? I can't even remember, bruv. Look at all of England strikers, they're shit pretty much, yeah, apart from Harry Kane, yeah. If they were playing with fucking Rooney, Owen, Shearer, they're not in the England team, bro. It's just all about generations. Man was just unlucky. He's in a generation with two of the best players ever to play the game, bro. Do you know what I mean? Maradona and Pele weren't in the same generation. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's just
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just letting you say what you've got to say, because it's one of them things where I've said you can outshine a player. You can do it. It's just not one of. If Neymar single-handed, and I'm not saying he should
popularity, bro.
I'm not saying he should have done this, but if Neymar single-handedly took PSG last year to win that Champions League against what was a very dominant Bayern side, then maybe you can talk. Whereas Messi has done that, Ronaldo has done that, Neymar's done that in other aspects.
Players, brother. When he hasn't been playing with good players, he hasn't won the Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
Which with Messi. So you're comparing a 33-year-old Messi now who's not playing with that game of players, and that's why he's not winning the Champions League.
That team.
Nah, but he won the Champions League before Neymar and done great without him. It's not just
because Guardiola and Xavi and Iniesta.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't. No one does anything by themselves. No one gets anywhere by themselves.
It's coming from the same guy that said if Neymar carried them to the final and won it. Now you're saying no one does it by themselves.
No, I'm saying because Ronaldo and Messi actually done that. You can say I'm not saying he had to do it. But I'm saying if they actually did do it, you can say that there was a manager. It would have been the same for Neymar, but he would have got the moment to the point where if he actually had the outmost boss performance against Bayern, then there's more of a claim to add to the pile, to add to the argument. That's the way it is. Messi and Ronaldo have been there, done that in every case. Neymar has been in a similar situation, but in many people's eyes, mine included, he hasn't eclipsed them in any way. There's been certain attributes, for example, his national career with Brazil, but then I can say he's actually played arguably with a better team than what both Messi and Ronaldo did.
Fair enough.
So
No, I'm saying Neymar carried his country to a Copa del Rey. I think not a Copa del Rey, sorry, a Copa America. I think Messi lost 2 finals in a row.
Ronaldo won with his country. It's like there's many little factors that go into it.
I'm saying Messi lost 2 finals in a row, but you see what I'm saying, bro? So we can always look at certain things and point it like there's no consistency in any of the arguments. I'm just
That's
saying.
What I'm saying. we're agreeing to disagree. That's what we've done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, yeah, like just because you don't outperform someone over the course of their career, that doesn't mean that there's not certain situations where you haven't done as much of them as them or done better than them, bro. At the end of the day, with Messi and Ronaldo, they have cult followings. And
because of how good they are.
Of course, but they're massive players, bro.
Because of how good they are.
Yeah, but also it's the generation, how good they are as well. But bruv, Neymar is as good as them, bro. He is. Do you know
but
what I'm
saying? Done what
the only thing that separates Neymar from them is the Ballon d'Or. But no, exactly. But now you're talking about what they've achieved. But when you talk about achievements,
but there's many factors. This is because we're going to keep going around the circle. I'm only just saying to what you've just said because there's many factors that come into it. But I'm saying Neymar could have eclipsed Ronaldo or Messi. He could have, but he didn't. And you can say it's because of followings, but they've got that followings because of which one and whatever. Neymar came from Brazil with a massive following. R9, he was the greatest for however long, and a massive part of that was his following from Brazil. Obviously, the world knew as well, but it's like the world know Neymar is, and they know he's a world-class player. Please, people don't think that I'm saying Neymar shit. Of course he's not. He's one of the best players of this generation. But Messi and Ronaldo, when you talk about them, you're putting them in the top 2.
Cool. Fair enough, bruv. You know them ones.
Spot me, G. Spot me, fam. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
And like you so well pointed out, yeah, bruv, Neymar, not only is he mad disrespect, bruv, he's played with probably the shittest Brazil team I've seen in my lifetime. The players that Neymar's had to play with, like Willian and stuff like that, bro. This guy's worked magic to even win anything with that. Because literally the Brazilian team that bruv, I don't know what it is with the modern day Brazilians, but I don't know what it is. Terrible, bruv.
Nah, they're certainly not as good as they used to be.
He's been playing with some dead ballers for his whole career, and to still put up the numbers he's putting up, insane, bruv. Insane.
Facts. I don't even want to take anything away from that, but he's still playing in better national sides than most.
But he's not playing in a better national side than Leo, and he didn't.
No, he is. Brazil's still better than Argentina, like they just are.
Nah.
Yeah. They are. What you mean,
bro?
Like, lad,
This brother played. This player played in.
Let's do a combined 11.
Bro, you mad? Bro, have you seen some of the players that Messi?
Brazil is a better team than Argentina.
At this precise moment,
Argentina had 9 strikers who were all decent doesn't mean they were better than Brazil. In terms of did you see their defence? It was shite. You can't just say Brazil still had Thiago Silva, they still had a Marcelo, they had a Dani Alves. Don't just go because you know what I mean. Like put me argument for, just don't go so dismiss me argument. You know what I mean? What do you mean, bro? Come on, then. Say something about it. Do you know what I mean, lad? It's one of them things where you can go, bro, but it is what it is. Like, Brazil, in my opinion, is better. Them man had
Aguero and them man on the bench, you know?
Yeah, just because they had 9 decent strikers who could all only play in one position doesn't mean they were better than Brazil. Nah. They had a shit. What wins you trophies? We always say, what wins you trophies? Defences. Argentina have never had a great defence. So...
Bro, no, they've never had a great defense, yeah. And Brazil,
whereas Brazil have had a great defense.
Brazil are better now, bro. But I'm saying Messi's an old man. I'm saying the whole time Messi's been playing for them, and Neymar's been playing for
even Brazil back then. Though, when they had Thiago Silva, Dani Alves, Marcelo, who was in goal for them? Who was their goalkeeper? Someone class, probably. Who was in their midfield? No, who was in their midfield? Just tell me. Who was it? No, who was in Brazil?
Man had Hulk up front, yeah. Man had Hulk, bruv, and a Willian.
Bro, that way in every single game.
And then man had
who was behind him? Who was behind him? He also had one of the best offensive left backs in Marcelo. He also had one of the best offensive right backs in Dani Alves. They had a striker
called Fred, James.
Bro, listen, lad. It doesn't matter. There's probably some shit players at PSG now, but it doesn't mean that PSG shouldn't still go and win every trophy.
The Don's blood.
Bro, you can name the shit players that have played for Brazil. I'm sure there is even worse players who play for Argentina. Straight up facts. There would have been. Just because they have 9 strikers who can only all play in one position,
like Leandro Damião,
it doesn't mean they were best in Brazil.
Some scrubs,
bro. When you talk about that defense, they have some fucking legends, bro. They have some fucking legends,
Paulinho.
I'm not saying these weren't their ballers, but you can also list many great players. He's played with ballers like Coutinho
and Dante and them, man. No, but I'm saying, like
he's playing with proper ballers, bro. Nah, there's dead ballers, but you're still making no proper argument, though, Rants, with all due respect. Just saying Paulinho, it's not a proper argument. He still plays around good players.
No, of course, bruv. If you're Brazilian, you're still going to play with a few decent players. That man said Wagner Love and that. Oi, bruv, listen.
Not even just decent players. He's played around world-class players. Look at their backline years ago when Neymar was breaking into the team. They had a Thiago Silva, Marcelo, Dani Alves, Coutinho would have been there.
But not man's whole career, though. They got Pam 7.
But Argentina never had a great team the whole career of Messi. Portugal never had a great team the whole career of Ronaldo. In fact, over the longevity of their careers, Brazil was probably better than both of them teams.
You know what it is with Argentina? People understate how good they are because they don't want to admit that Messi underperformed on the international stage. That's all it is. And it's fine.
Man, he might have. I'm not disagreeing, to be fair. I don't watch Argentina week in, week out, but I'm just saying, if you look at man for man, Brazil has a better team than Argentina.
But I don't think throughout Neymar's whole career that was the case. You know them ones. But
first, bro, first.
Either way, it don't matter. You know them ones there. Like, big up everyone inside. Wavy footy talk.
Of course, man. Always is this show. Getting better and better week in, week out. Make sure you're smashing the likes, people. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Big up everyone inside. You already know what it is, man. Just, bruv, different quality, man. Make sure you subscribe to James Redmond TV, people.
We appreciate
Do you know what I'm saying?
What's
this man saying? 2000. Yeah, bruv, you man know anyway. You man already know what it is, bruv. It's interesting. Either way, Neymar is definitely the most overlooked player in the world, blood. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Big up. Make sure you keep an eye on James Redmond TV. When's your next game?
Our next game is tomorrow against Leipzig.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll be watching that.
That's gonna be boss, isn't it?
The Germans, blood. We're
not even allowed to go there because everything's locked off there and whatnot. So we're playing in some random stadium.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, bro, to see what it is. So yeah, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that, guys. Back tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. I need to double check. I might be back with Statman tomorrow for a show, or we might do the show on another day. If that's the case, I'll be back with Turkish at 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? So just look out for the notifications, peeps. And yeah, boy,